Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians tried to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe finally gained the upper hand against the Dark Lord. New Rogue dealt a strong blow against Denton Arthur. Shadow Nemesis cut off one of his arms, and Del summoned more ghosts to prevent him from fighting back. Tyler called out to remind everyone that New Rogue, as champion of this realm, had to be the one to destroy Denton. But Shadow Nemesis wanted a second Dark Lordship and made a grab for the gun to deal the final blow himself. Tyler, Del, and New Rogue have all tried to reason with Shadow Nemesis and convince him to stand down. But will he make the decision that saves his friends? I doubt it.
Our heroes beat the shit out of an old blind man.
Heroes!
He got knocked off of the platform. His chair was smashed. He is set up and ready for the final execution by New Rogue. Tyler went down to try to get some healing potions, discovered a trap, and blew himself across the room. Del cast Bane, trapping the Frankenbride in a hole, making things even harder for Denton Arthur. New Rogue is watching onwards as Shadow Nemesis, they thought might be helping, but Shadow Nemesis realized he could become the Dark Lord again if he killed Denton Arthur, and claimed his pistol from Denton Arthur's body. He is standing over him, debating the coup de grace as our heroes look onwards, all of them begging him to stop. The heart of friendship beat within him, but we didn't even make it a die roll. We're just going to find out what he does. It's up to Adam. We're going to find out when this episode starts. So,
Ryan, very generous of you to say that I discovered that trap.
well, I mean, the die roll made you discover it, so you found it out. It's time for us to return to Ravenloft. Shadow Nemesis, you have heard your friends beg you to stop, but you have seen power below you. You have a gun in your hand and are facing a helpless victim. You could make yourself the Dark Lord of this realm from what you know, but the heart of friendship is inside you. We have reached the terrifying point where no one on this show knows what happens next. Shadow Nemesis, what do you do?
So I take it all in. I hear everybody yelling, and I raise a giant foot and I smash it down on Denton's remaining arm so that he can't do any Denton tricks. And I level the gun at his head, and I say to New Rogue, "Is this what you want? Do you want to be a Dark Lord? Do you want all those that called you friend, hero, to turn against you? Do you want all of your nightmares to literally become true?"
Well, I mean, it's not about want in this case for me, but for you, like, do you want that? I thought you hated that.
Within me, Adam gave me something he called the heart of friendship. And he told me to protect my friends at any cost. If you don't think you can handle this, if you don't think that you can put up with not being able to hold Jack Magnum ever again, being betrayed by Ezra, having everyone want your blood on their hands, then I'll let him live. Or I can take another bullet for you, and I can become the Dark Lord. Because I'm used to it. I'm used to people hating me, New Rogue. I can take this for you.
Shadow Nemesis, I don't hate you, but you shouldn't give in. It's we have to go by routine here. We have to go by protocol. It's what Ezra demanded. For us to all be able to get back home, for me to be able to get my old memories back.
I don't care what Ezra thinks. I care what you think.
All right, okay. I don't think you should do it.
So you want to go through a living hell?
I don't want it, but I don't want you to do it either. Okay, like I don't like any of this, but I really feel like if you do this, it's going to be like it will be hell, right? If I do it, but it's going to be like ultra hell if you do it, right?
Adam, can you roll me a D4?
Uh-oh. Denton up to something? 3.
Can you all roll me a perception?
Uh-oh. Denton's got like rocket boots or something.
That's a 19 perception.
8.
Dirty 21.
Oh, nice.
Del, you are watching this scene frozen as it is happening. Tyler, you and New Rogue both realize that by stomping on his other arm, Shadow Nemesis has driven Denton into unconsciousness. And with the amount of blood coming out of him, Denton has begun to die. He is not dead yet, but the time allowed for this conversation and this decision has just become dramatically shorter. New Rogue, what do you do?
I really don't want to kill Denton. It's true because he's so pathetic, and it's also like, is this the way it has to be? I'm going to jump down, and I know this might be wrong, but I can't. I'm going to use Spare the Dying on Denton. I'm going to reach my hand down, and I have to actually touch him. Yeah, and I'm just hoping. Yeah, I'm not going through with it.
What is the mechanical effect of Spare the Dying?
So a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature just becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs, but I do have to touch them.
Okay, you see your hand sear his body. I won't have you roll the damage because he's already at 0, but it wouldn't be enough to insta-kill him, so he will have been spared. He will have stabilized to the point that he is not dying currently.
Okay.
But he is not conscious.
Denton, look, I know things aren't going the way you wanted them to do right now, but look, we've been ordered to put you down, and I don't know if I want to follow through with that, but regardless of how things go, I want you to tell me your confessions, because you might not have long to live.
You are all watching this scene as New Rogue makes this very tremendously generous offer. Shadow Nemesis, you're watching this in a rage from a foot away. Denton Arthur remains unconscious.
Denton. Denton. Wife. Monster wife.
You see her just shaking the bars from underneath. The rats attack her again.
Oh, I didn't want that.
6 damage.
These rats are consistent.
She keeps trying to climb out instead of fighting the rats.
Oh, geez. All right. What is a Shadow Nemesis? You're not just going to try to kill him again, are you?
I don't know. I look at New Rogue and I just see this like innocent little kid, and I can't like, it's like literally going to be putting a baby through a hell realm. It's almost cruel. So I was
gonna say, there is this moment of indecision. Tyler and Del, what are you doing? Because they've had this conversation. They're standing over the body. It's clearly about to come to an impasse where a decision will be made, but you are both watching. Tyler, you're a smoking wreck on the floor, but Del, you are standing and within full view of this. What are you two doing?
I would have moved over towards Tyler because I was just watching him watch all of this and sort of crouched down near him. Like, we gotta just kill. Like, I know they feel bad. He's gotta die, right?
This, as I understand it, this is his hell. This is as bad as it gets for him.
Yeah.
So, if they're thinking about mercy, that's the mercy. Denton Arthur gets out. He gets out of Ravenloft.
Tyler, are you saying something? I see your lips moving. What are you saying over there?
Yeah. Look, this is his nightmare, New Rogue. The worst case scenario, he's living it. In perpetuity. Killing him puts an end to that.
Well,
I don't know what comes after for him, but it's not more of this.
well, if it's a mercy, then. I'm sorry, Denton. I'm sorry, Monster Wife. I hope you find peace, old man. And then I'm just gonna like put my hand over his face because I know that might just be enough.
And I was going to say, time slows as your hand reaches out for him. Del, is there anything you would do in this moment? I'm imagining the conversation's been going on and you're just there, but I wanted to give you this opportunity in case there was anything you would have done.
No, I was more trained on Adam. If Adam was going to try to do something, I was going to try to retaliate.
So we'll say you will hold action to see
Okay.
if Shadow Nemesis does something.
Yes.
Shadow Nemesis, you have been shifting back and forth, and you are seeing New Rogue reach out, ready to accept his fate as the Dark Lord and strike down Denton Arthur. Is there anything you would do?
I put my stump on his shoulder, and my eyes aren't a color, they're my color, and a real human tear goes down my face. And I say, "Forgive me." And I pull the trigger.
Okay.
I
was ready.
Great. This is where everything has slowed to this moment and then becomes very fast, but in a Zack Snyder slow-mo way where we can see the hand for the face, the trigger pull, the blast of propellant as the bullet leaves the chamber. Del, what are you doing as you look onwards?
I'm casting Silvery Barbs on Adam to give him disadvantage.
And
So
who is your advantage going to?
the advantage will go to New Rogue. And Silvery Barbs, well, how it looks for me, it's more just like distracting people with ghosts. So in that moment, Adam would see in front of his face Werner Herzog looking at him.
Remember me?
Can't kill me twice, he yells, running at you out of the darkness. What I need are opposed rolls. Adam, do you think this would... I'm imagining this would be a dexterity. We can probably just make this an attack roll. It's just who can attack faster.
Yeah.
Adam,
Okay.
you are rolling for your gun attack.
Right.
You will have disadvantage due to Silvery Barbs.
Right.
Because you went to pull the trigger, Del saw that, hit you with ghosts, and you have that jolt before you go. New Rogue, you are reaching out with your unarmed attack. Would you say that this is an attack, or is this more like a sleight of hand, gentle touch to do the execution?
It's a gentle. It's a gentle touch.
Then this is going to be a sleight of hand with advantage, because Del has magically assisted you in this attempt. Both of you, please roll.
Who goes first? It's a 12 for me.
Well, it beats my 7.
Shadow Nemesis, you try to save your friend New Rogue from a fate that you know is worse than death. Tyler, you watch in horror as your friends race to kill an enemy, and the meanings of that are unknown. Del, you strike instantly with magic to try to assist this going the way that you feel it needs to go.
Yeah.
And because of a flinch, caused by magic. New Rogue, your hand passes through Denton Arthur's head, melting it away until he is gone. Can you roll me a religion with advantage?
I need like double advantage on this. Yeah, that's a 7, boss.
Normally, you can. Let me start over. You can feel as your hand passes through his head, there's a brief moment of communion with his soul where you know you can pass on a message to Denton Arthur before he is gone. You know with more experience, if you had more power, if Ezra was more present with you, you could have given a grand speech, a last rites, and passed it along. But because of where you are at on your journey as a cleric, because of this moment, as a gunshot goes off next to you, just that split second too late, you only get to pass along one sentence to Denton Arthur's soul before it is gone. What is the message you leave with him?
Sleep with your wife and be merry. Oh, I didn't mean to say it like that.
How did he not mean that? That's beautiful.
As Denton Arthur dies, you all hear New Rogue yell, "Oh, I didn't mean to say it like that." And Denton Arthur's armor clatters to the ground. And you realize as it falls apart and his body disappears, the entire reality around you begins to shake. The underground cave, everything else, and it begins to collapse. It loses coherency. It becomes mist and smoke. It fills the air. And Tyler, you hear Ezra's voice in your mind once again. And he's, you need to tell me. You need to tell me New Rogue's greatest fears. You need to tell me them. I know New Rogue far better than I knew Shadow Nemesis, but what are his greatest fears?
They would have to be, oh man, I hate how meta this is going to get. Don't you abandon us, but I think it's related to you. I think it's you turning your back on him. And I think, if this has to be as bad as possible for it to work, then it's got to be Jack Magnum hates him.
You all realize you heard Tyler say these things, but in a brief moment as the mist is around you, you can feel yourself closer to it, more connected to it. And you all can hear Ezra's voice asking you for New Rogue's greatest fears. Each of you get a chance to add one to the list Tyler already gave. You realize as you hear this voice in your head, Del and Shadow Nemesis. Somehow you know this. New Rogue will not hear your answer. New Rogue will not know the thing you have chosen. But you know as you look into the distance, you can already see the agents of the dark powers. Because you know from before that you had heard them in the distance. They are in black tailored suits with white ties. They have perfectly coiffed hair and symmetrical, unsettling, even features, and a black band of smoke blocking their eyes. They are in the distance, moving forwards, searching but unsure. Del, what do you reply to Ezra?
He's afraid that we all just like Guy and we're putting up with him, and we'd rather have Guy back.
Shadow Nemesis?
Can I refuse? Or do I have to?
You can do anything. You know there is limited time to answer, but your options here are whatever you want to answer. You could lie. You can do anything. You've been asked the question and you know you need to provide an answer of some kind. Fuck you is an answer. It's up to you what you want to say. What would Shadow Nemesis reply?
I'm not your puppet, Ezra. I'm not going to let you ruin the life of my friend. I'm coming for you. I might not have got this Dark Lord, but I will get another one, and then another one, until all of Ravenloft is in my fist, and then you shall feel the wrath of Shadow Nemesis.
And no one else hears this, but you swear this oath and you make this hateful promise. New Rogue, what do you tell Ezra is your greatest fear?
This will. It's going to be just like channeling me being like really, really young. And it's actually going to be beyond just like rational fears. And it's just going to be from childhood being locked in a chest, in a dark chest.
Oh, dear.
With nobody coming to open it up.
And Tyler, Dell, and New Rogue, you all hear Ezra go, I understand. And Shadow Nemesis, you hear Ezra say, good luck. And we'll take a quick commercial break right there. You feel a wall of magic encompass you within the mists that swirl around you, and then they suddenly pull back in a snap. And you find yourself standing on the ground in Protection Town. The buildings are beautiful. Everything is exactly as you would hope. The sun is in the sky. When you look out, you see the same realm as you did before. It just seems more cheerful. It seems brighter. And you see a small number of villagers of the various species that you've seen, many human, but some of the others, walking between these cottages, stepping out surprised, looking at their hands. And you look down and you find yourselves back in your gear. Tyler, you are back in your full armor. Your bag of holding is on your hip. Your items have been returned to you, other than the ones that were used up in the final combat on the tree, like the ones you would have had that you had not spent or returned. Dell, you are back in your full armor, full clothing. You have all of the items back that had not been spent. Shadow Nemesis, you are returned to the helm that adjusts with your personality. Ooh. You have the armor around you. You see Rumple Foreskin. You see the Nilbog. They are standing surprised about what is going on. Shadow Nemesis, you are shocked to see a doll body lying on the ground, unmoving. Until you see a familiar shape in robes and a hood, somehow child-sized, but with the movements of an old man, perhaps a very old child. As Dr. Deputy, as you first saw him in body and in clothing and armor with his crooked little sword, steps out into the light, shocked, and just starts jumping up and down, yelling, "Yay! No more doll! Yay!"
Oh, I'm going to pick him up and run and pick him up and twirl him in the air and like black tears run down my face and like, "You're back, Dr. Deputy, you're back."
And you are both celebrating joyously. Shadow Nemesis, can you roll me a perception at disadvantage? This is a beautiful reunion for you, so you'd be very focused on this.
Oh, all right. I'm perception 0. I don't know why I checked. Wow. I rolled double 11s, so 11.
11. Okay, you are having this beautiful reunion, but Tyler and Dell, you turn to find New Rogue. Mm-hmm. And when you look, you don't see the same outfit you expected. You don't see spectral hands. You don't see spectral feet. You see, and you recognize it because of his eyes and what is behind them. Dressed as he was before he died, Guy Bradford is turning to face you. Guy, what do you say to your friends? You remember going into the Black Knight's fortress. You remember the feeling of a sword punching through you, and now you find yourself here in this beautiful village in the daytime.
Rufio? What?
Huh?
Did we win?
Guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Guy Bradford.
Tyler Hewitt, yes?
Oh, what the fuck? And I'm just at him. I'm just running at him.
Whoa.
And just hugging, big ol' hug.
Shadow Nemesis,
Probably
you
crying.
overhear the yelling of the name Guy Bradford and turn around to see this scene taking place. Del, you were also right there and present. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure everyone knew this was happening.
Oh, wait, Guy Bradford, it's me, Shadow Nemesis, your old friend. And I look terrifying as I run towards him to give him a hug.
Whoa!
Come back, let me hug you. It's been too long.
Why does he look? Why does he look all crazy?
Crazy with friendship, you bastard. Give me the hug.
Okay, fine. Give me a noogie, fine. All right. Del, how you doing? Holding down this troop, huh?
Yeah. I'm looking around because I'm like, okay, if that's Guy Bradford, where's the new rogue? Looking, see if.
Can you roll me
somewhere
a
else.
perception?
It's a dirty 20.
As you look around, you don't see New Rogue. You see all of these villagers traveling about. You see in the distance the gentle dust of a caravan moving. And with your roll high enough, you realize as you're looking, you can recognize the travel pattern and speed of the werefolk. It's clear that the werefolk are making their way towards Protection Town. And perhaps most interestingly of all, you see a woman in a white dress with blonde hair, with a head that is tremendously familiar, but now attached to a normal human body, wandering through the village in the distance, checking in with people and making sure they're all right.
Oh, maybe then did help him after all. She seems fine. I'm just talking to myself, standing off to the side.
Del, are you talking to yourself?
Yeah. Hey, Guy, how do you feel?
I'm good. What happened? We went into like this temple and there was like mummies or something, or I don't even remember. It just got real dark and stuff. Did we just get out of it? Did you guys like take me out and heal me? Like,
Man,
where the hell are we? What's this place?
Guy, I need you to take a breath here, maybe take a seat. You died. And Ezra, the voice that I heard in the laurel crown, he brought you back, but as like someone else who looked like you, but didn't have any of your memories. Called himself
Tyler, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, am I misremembering? Wisdom save 13.
You take 2 points of damage.
Okay. I fall to the ground.
Oh, fuck off! Don't fall to the ground. Tell me the truth. What's the real thing? What happened?
God.
Where are we?
Oh my God, Tyler! I have to check him. Is he really unconscious?
I had 1 HP.
Oh no!
Wait.
No!
Oh, God.
Wait, Tyler's hurt? Holy shit, Tyler, that was for real?
Tyler, all right. I'm just patting
Tyler is
Tyler.
unconscious on the ground.
I'm patting Tyler on his cheeks. I'm like, you wake up, Tyler, and you talk to Guy Bradford right now. And I cast my last spell slot of Healing Word. And I have to cast it at 2nd level because that's the only spell slot I have left. So for 10 HP back.
Whoa. That's a spicy meatball.
Oof.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tyler, you are back looking 1,000 times better.
Tyler, you with us? Tyler?
Yeah, what? What was that? What happened?
You just passed out and you weren't, you passed out unconscious. You okay?
Yeah.
Guy, can you roll me an insight roll?
Sure.
Or actually, a wisdom saving throw is what I want. That would make more sense.
Sure. Also, like Tyler's green, which is kind of freaking me out.
I was going to say, yeah, we're...
Wait a minute. That's a 13.
Yeah, this is the moment where the supreme strangeness of this situation catches up with you. Tyler's green and has horns. Del has wind that you are not feeling blowing her hair and spooky eyes, and you just watched her speak words and heal someone with the power of magic that simultaneously feels positive and unholy in this moment. And you realize Adam looks surprisingly like the Black Knight that you had seen do terrifying things, and he has a squire following him because Guy Bradford never met the Dr. Deputy. He just saw squires. You take in all of this. How do you react?
Yes, this is very odd, isn't it? Time out.
The pop culture references come freely now.
Okay,
Yeah, you know all pop culture that you know.
Yeah. Fuck off, everybody. Okay, what is the deal?
That's our guy.
No, what? What's with the little guy there? Why is your hair being tousled by invisible hand energy?
Ghosts?
Why are you what?
Ghosts?
Ghosts?
This is
Ghosts
Dr.
exist?
Deputy. He's my loyal squire, loyal only to me.
Yeah, I work for the new Black Knight, Shadow Nemesis. We're evil.
Yes.
This village gets uppity. I'm going to burn all these buildings down. They don't got robots no more.
Okay, easy, fella. Let's just one step at a time.
Were those
Yeah, one
little,
step at a time, right into killing this village.
Oh god! And I realize I can't pick him up and burp him anymore. I was like, oh jeez.
He's not that much bigger.
You'd be that scale. He's not that big.
Tell you what, big guy, why don't you go to Chateau Nemesis and just hang out? I'll be there in a sec.
Ooh, I'm going to the base. And he runs away.
Chateau Nemesis? Tyler, what happened? Where? Okay, so I died. How long have I been dead for? What?
I'm going to cast my second extra charge of disguise self that comes with my racial abilities as a hexblood to look like a guy's memory of Tyler, to look like what I looked like before I changed.
What does that process of transformation look like, knowing that Guy is seeing it happen from the outside?
I think it's not too showy or anything like that. Like, I don't think it's like a cloud of smoke. I think it's probably the closest comparison I can think of would be like the way Mystique, the character Mystique, transforms in the X-Men movies. It's like there's little teeny tiny tiles, like they're my cells, and they just flip as a cascade. All the cells in my body flip to reveal a different image. It's an illusion. So, for example, the horns still occupy physical space, but they're invisible right now. This is an illusion. But that, I think, is what the transformation looks like, is just everything just cascades down into a new form. And I'll say, Guy, I know this is a lot. This is probably how you remember me, right? This is what I looked like when you...
Yeah.
Well, the green guy with horns is what I look like now all the time. I can only do this temporarily. This place is... it's called Ravenloft. And it changes you. It changes you to be here. We've all been changed. You changed. You were a completely different person. I don't know how you're back. It must be related to the nightmare. Look, I can explain more, but I need to talk to someone and figure something out. And I just want to put fingers up to my temples and say, Ezra, are you there?
And you hear no response.
And I say, oh, fuck, I knew I shouldn't have said it. God damn it. I don't hear him.
Huh? Shouldn't have said what?
Yeah, what?
Ezra asked for us to describe, Ezra asked for me to describe what New Rogue's nightmare would be. Who you became when you died, Guy.
Who did I become?
Someone named New Rogue. Looked exactly like you, but he has, and can I see Guy's hands and arms?
Yep, Guy looks totally normal. Yeah. Guy, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
That is a 13.
You realize you don't like Ezra. There's like a guttural dislike of Ezra.
Ooh.
All right. So you're trying to talk to somebody, the god of these realms, and he's not talking back?
He's a god of mist, the god of the mists, I guess. But he's trapped here like we are, and he's got an escape plan. That's why he brought us here.
Okay.
Tyler,
he's not talking
throw?
though.
Wisdom save?
Yes, please.
I think that's going to be another 13. Let me have a quick look. Wisdom. Yeah, 13. So I'm assuming 2 damage or something like that.
You take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Jeez.
Do I feel this as pain?
It feels like an invisible lash of a whip across your back.
Okay. Specifically on my back, the lash of a whip.
This one, yes.
Okay. So I will just arc my back in reaction to that kind of intense pain out of nowhere all of a sudden, just go, ah, and I'll fucking like, that sounds serious. I mean, it's 2 points, but I'm, 15, I'm a baby. So I drop to my knees and I'm like groping and grasping at my back where that, is it like a flash of pain and I don't feel it anymore? It's just the memory of the pain now.
Correct.
Like, oh,
Whoa.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, are you okay?
I don't know. Something's hurting me.
Oh. I go to intercede, just basically like prop him up with my hands. Just like, you okay, buddy? You okay? Huh?
I don't know.
You want a little hug? You want a hug, buddy?
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000 times, yes.
Come here, buddy.
I'm
It's
hugging
gonna
Guy
be
Bradford
okay.
again. So this fucking
It's okay. This Ezra guy, like, God of the Mist.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, Guy?
Yeah, of course.
I'm noticing a pattern.
Kind of sounds like a god of the flakes, right? All right, that is a 17.
Okay. You just have that same level of like intense dislike for Ezra. It just keeps feeding you like you just bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing he's not like this god isn't like talking back to you, because it kind of sounds just like bad news.
Oh, buddy. Oh, my God. You are so correct.
He's our shot out of here. They're the only one I think we've got right now. But
So he says,
Yeah.
I am suspicious. Correctly so.
Oh. How long have we been here for, though? Like, seriously, since...
this is like a new place. So you died. Ezra brought you back as new rogue, and we fought and changed and gained these powers in Happy Town, in and around Happy Town. We fought the Dark Lord of that place, called himself the Judge. Adam, aka Shadow Nemesis here, finished him, and in doing so became the Dark Lord. These realms, they're like nightmare prisons, and the Dark Lord is the prisoner. It's their worst nightmare. So Happy Town and everything that was going on, that was the Judge's worst nightmare.
Okay.
And we killed him. Shadow Nemesis dealt the finishing blow and took on the mantle of Dark Lord. And the whole world changed. All the rules and logic of it changed to fit his nightmares.
My nightmare.
You see what I'm saying? And and in doing that, Ezra moved us to another realm.
You roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. Ooh, this one's lower. Ooh, this might hurt more. 6.
Oh, no.
You take 1 point of damage as you feel a whip crack across your shoulder blades.
What was the last thing I was saying? I just want to, and Ezra said, and Ezra was able to move us to another. Ow! Fuck! And we're hugging Guy, and you like have to take my full body weight as like the strength goes out of my legs from another lash.
Guy, as you take a hand away from his back, you can see it's wet with blood.
Oh my God, Tyler! Holy shit! What's happening here? Here,
Okay.
pal, have a
We'll
Tylenol.
take a quick commercial break right there. Just what's happening here. Commercial break.
Have a Tylenol.
No one knows what is going on. Tyler is bleeding. Guy is back. You're all starting to put together this new realm and what's happening. What do you do? What do you say?
I'm gonna walk away from this and find Rumple Foreskin. I'm like, I need someone with more knowledge.
Oh, hey, girl. Rumple
Hey.
Foreskin's right around the corner.
Oh, great. And I give them a hug. I'm like, good job
that's
holding
nice.
off all the robots and stuff.
Oh, no problem. A lot. Again, I just kind of threw the Nilbog at problems, and it was fine because nothing would kill the little bastard.
Well, it's perfect. It was a smart move. Do you feel any different? Like, I know, there was floating swords and stuff at the last place. Like, is there anything going on with you?
No, it kind of all feels the same to me currently. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a Jack Magnum here. He's been getting aggressive though. And
What?
Rumpleforeskin looks back. Jack Magnum has been lashed where, like, not like beaten, but I mean just tied down to the saddle on the back of Rumpleforeskin to prevent Jack Magnum from falling off. And you're just seeing Jack Magnum looking at people and smashing his teeth together and lunging aggressively at all the villagers he could see in the distance.
Oh, wow.
I did want to hear what that sounded like, so thank you.
Yeah, okay. Well, is it okay? It doesn't look like we should let him go. It's sort of...
I mean, he hasn't lunged towards me.
Okay.
And just a second. And Rumpleforeskin moves their back legs to the side. And Jack Magnum's still going apeshit, but it's all towards villagers in the distance. And
Okay.
it's not you either. So, I mean, I wouldn't untie him because I don't know what the hell's going to happen with this village, but
Yeah.
he doesn't seem to hate us.
Okay, and that's what I was thinking. Tyler keeps getting hurt by an invisible something.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Maybe we should leave.
I don't know. But I don't know if it's... I feel like it's every time he says Ezra, but I'm not sure about that.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Here we go. Not only did I roll a nat 1, that means ghosts happen at me.
Correct. Let's see what the ghosts do.
Ghosts happen at me.
Oh, and there we go. I have disadvantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So I have disadvantage on whatever I roll next.
And you suffer 5 points of damage as you feel pain slash across and wrap around your torso before pulling away.
I've been getting off easy.
I totally fall over against Rumpleforeskin because I have 1 HP, and I'm like, I think I was bleeding internally before, but I'm.
No, you're bleeding externally now. That's not right. Yeah, don't say that anymore.
Yeah. I'm just gonna lean here.
You can hop on. I don't think Jack Magnum will bite you.
Oh, okay. I might need your help. I'm trying to pull myself up.
Yeah. And Rumpleforeskin just lays down on their knees, so they're down at like coffee table
that's
height for you to
nice.
climb on.
Yeah. It's so nice. I climb on and I'm just leaning over the saddle and the back of their neck, just like, ugh.
Rumpleforeskin will stand back up and wander over to the group. Hey, don't say that god's name. Also, Dell's in some shit now.
I'm bleeding from my everywhere.
What happened? Like, you
I
said
thought-
it and...
Yeah, I thought that's what you were saying and hurting.
Right, that makes sense. Oh, shit.
So whenever we say, let's just call him Dickhead, we get hurt.
That seems
Adam,
like
can you roll
it.
me a wisdom saving throw?
What? Oh no! Blast wisdom 0. That is an 18 total.
Yeah, you feel a brief moment of energy and positive goodness, but it doesn't change anything about you. You almost find yourself centered and remaining exactly who you are.
Don't know what that was.
What happened? What was that?
Well, I didn't feel pain. It felt rather nice.
What felt nice?
Dickhead. I just say out loud.
Nothing happens.
Can I try?
Definitely.
Dickhead!
Nothing happens.
It still felt good to say, I guess.
Dickhead.
Nothing happens.
No.
All right.
I don't feel anything.
Okay, maybe we rest a little bit. I'm
Can you all roll me, I would say for Tyler and Dell, can you guys roll me Arcana? For Shadow Nemesis and Guy, can you roll me Insight?
Yes.
oh jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow. I had disadvantage, but I rolled almost the same thing.
Dirty 20.
10.
17 with advantage or disadvantage.
23 Arcana.
All right, 3 of you managed to put this together, and Shadow Nemesis just keeps repeating "dickhead," hoping something is going to happen that makes it more definitive.
Dickhead. Dickhead. Dickhead.
What the other 3 of you realize, Del and Tyler from magical deduction, and Guy, this just sort of makes sense to you when you think about it. It seems like it isn't actually the word Ezra, or in this case, dickhead, that matters as a stand-in for Ezra. It seems like it's context. Tyler, when you talked about Ezra helping the group or doing things for the group, it led to pain. Del, you said something neutral about Ezra, just doing a thing, and there was pain. Adam may have renamed Ezra, but he was clearly being derogatory about Ezra. And that seemed to work in some other way that may have been positive or may just be a difference.
All right. So I feel like whenever we mention jerky pants in the sky,
Good one.
thanks. It has some repercussions that can make you feel good, but if you call jerk-ass by their real name, you get slammed. Does that track?
I think it might be context. I think it might even be like if I said, Ezra, that piece of shit.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, okay. No. I'm learning. That's a total of 10.
10. All right. You will heal 1 more point of damage, but you do feel yourself disliking Ezra a little bit more.
What's happening?
Okay.
I'm very confused.
Oh, okay. Posture straightens a little bit, kind of like, I would like you hold those certain positions in your body when you feel pain, and like the back pain kind of relaxes, like I'm that Robaxaset puppet guy in the commercial. Like, oh, all right. Yeah, it feels like carrot and stick for how we talk about certain people.
Yeah.
This is definitely New Rogue's nightmare. Yeah, this is still on track. I just don't know how to leave without,
Yeah.
you know. We got
Well, what if we just go back through the mists? And Rumpleforeskin raises a foreleg and points into the distance. And you can see across the valley and through the forest of faces, back the way you had originally come, the wall of mist at the very edge of this realm is still clearly in place. It is a journey away, but you know that was the way you entered the realm, so that could be a way to leave it.
Question for the DM.
Yep.
Rumpleforeskin, was he around when I
No.
when he kicked?
Oh wait, no, you met Rumpleforeskin briefly just before you died.
Wow.
Rumpleforeskin was chill and gave you advice on how to beat the Black
That's right,
Knight,
yeah.
but was not willing to go in with you. So Rumple being around, it would seem like someone your friends just met is now their best friend, which might be unsettling.
Okay.
But Rumpleforeskin is innately kind of relaxed at this point. We could roll a wisdom saving throw if you want to let the dice decide how cool you are with Rumpleforeskin.
Yeah. Let the dice roll. All right. That's a 15.
15, I would say Rumpleforeskin wouldn't feel totally natural to you. You're not just going to be like, Rumpleforeskin, one of those classic members of the gang. But you do have enough self-control that you can make a thing of it, or you can kind of contain your discomfort and see how it plays out. I leave that up to you, Guy Bradford.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, guys. Hey, fella. Sorry, what was your name again? I haven't seen you for like...
the hands.
Yeah.
This is Guy Bradford.
Yeah.
Guy, this is Rumpleforeskin.
Rumpleforeskin.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about your untimely death. It's great to see you back. I mean, you look hale and hearty.
Oh, thanks.
This must be very, very disturbing for you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it was disturbing before. I'm disturbed.
I'm probably freaking you out right now, aren't I? Do you want me to back up a little bit?
Could you?
Oh yeah, no problem, bud.
Yeah.
No problem. And
Thanks so
Rumpleforeskin
much.
just backs up about 10 feet away.
Oh, guys, I need to have a nap or something. I feel like it's just like I just got off a roller coaster that was going like a few G's past what I can take.
I get that. I'll go with you.
Really? That would be really nice. Is there a place around here I can duck in for a bit while you guys figure everything out? I think I'm gonna I'm gonna throw up.
Oh God. Oh well. Throw up here and then go to Chateau Nemesis.
I can take him.
Okay, thanks, man. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Adam, I like your gun.
Yes.
All right.
I also like my gun.
Oh. Okay, thanks, Taylor.
So you all make your way to Chateau Nemesis, while Dell and Rumpleforeskin maintain a reasonable distance to not make Guy even more upset than he is. Guy is taken in. He is kind of set to comfort. And there is a moment where as you step outside after settling Guy in for a moment to give him a breather by himself, Tyler, you see a bat with constellations in its wings fly towards you, carrying a doll you recognize as the former body of the Dr. Deputy. And Ivan swoops down and says, "Hey, man, you want to can you hold this doll for a second, man?"
Hey, yeah, Ivan, you made it. Good on you.
No, I'm good, man. You can't kill me. Just whatever they try with.
Good. You're great.
I'm thinking, if this doll's empty, man, if you want me to be around more often, I think I can go into this doll.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm not a bat elsewhere. You can make me whatever you want, but I could be a doll. You want me to be a little stronger, like hang out?
Okay, yeah, that'd be nice. I always feel bad that you're put yourself in danger so often. Oh, shoot, no, we can't do this. We need the needle, and the needle's just gone. We don't have the needle anymore.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, I'll say you were just coming out of the house. I think that's reasonable if you're taking Guy in.
Oh, I have the needle.
there.
Yeah.
What?
No, yeah. No, I thought you guys were going to be like all weird about it. But since Dr. Deputy now has a body, I have the needle, so we can just flush it or something like that. We don't need it anymore.
Hey, man, we can just use that needle, man. Just give me a poke. I'm gonna be a doll.
Oh,
I think I'll still be able to do all my familiar stuff. You can probably see through my eyes. I can touch stuff. It might not make you as sick as when I'm flying around.
Right. Yeah. And do you want this?
I think it'd be cool. I ain't been a doll before.
Okay, because history has shown it's tough to kind of untangle this yarn once you get into it. If you're good for long-term doll body, then I'm fine
Hey,
with
man,
that.
if the doll dies, you can make me a bat again, man. I'm not trapped in a body. You guys are all worried about dying and shit. I ain't got to do that. I just go home and I come back. Bam, bam. We got a new bat. This just give me a chance to be sneaky. You know how that guy always that little guy right over there, and Dr. Deputy just bursts out of the cottage going, "Oh, I fucking scared him. Don't go in there. Uncle shoots his trophy." And he goes to hide. He's not a part of the scene, but Guy is definitely gonna have to resettle himself after finding the Dr. Deputy inside Chateau Nemesis. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be able to sneak better than that guy. He's not very good at this.
Yeah. I look at Shadow Nemesis, and he's clearly so glad that Dr. Deputy is back, and all I can think about is that betrayal at the Rootless Evergreen. I'll say, all right, well, let's give it a shot. Shadow Nemesis, you want to give the needle one last go? You can flush it after if you want. We're doing the doll body thing, and
sure.
I don't know. I understand if you want to get rid of the needle. That's all. It's yours. You can do with it what you want.
Oh no! I let's put this whole needle thing saga to an end. You reach into my bag of holding and take it, and then you poke Ivan.
All right.
I mean, you guys are making this the whole thing. I got this, man. Ivan just dives into the bag, pokes himself, and the bat body disappears.
Okay, good.
The doll wakes up in your hand and goes, "Oh, it turns out if you're not alive, man, you don't need a whole hour. I'm just ready to work."
All right then. Well, here, I guess, and I'll just stick him on top of my head, and you can hold on to the horns, I guess.
Oh, yeah, this is going to look real trippy. And he takes 2 steps forwards and sits down on a horn. But Shadow Nemesis is pretty funny to watch because the horn is invisible. This just looks like regular Tyler. Yeah. So it looks like a doll is just sitting in the air on nothing.
Ooh, that would break the illusion, actually. So now,
interestingly enough, it doesn't.
Okay.
And it is an interesting way for you to know that this doll will officially function in all the ways that a familiar will, while Ivan is within it, because Ivan is as much a part of your magic as he is anything else. So if any other person or thing had done this, that would happen. But Ivan is still magically intertwined with who you are. And there is this brief moment where you are all battered and beaten. But Del, you are hanging on to Rumple Foreskin, and the sun is shining down on you, and there are no threats within sight. And Shadow Nemesis, you are watching the Dr. Deputy play among the gravestones. He's gotten a femur from somewhere. He's throwing it and running afterward and picking it up again and yelling and biting it. And he's got teeth again. It's just seeing that happen. And Tyler, you have a small passenger, a friend, something that was impermanent and had been a teammate of yours, and now is more permanent and more present and more with you. And you feel more grounded in the relationship and in the link with Ivan, which is there. Guy, you are deeply unsettled inside this cottage, trying to find an equilibrium, because all of you are going to need to continue your journey, because you know this is not the final domain and you are not yet home. But right now you're safe before you set out even further into the mists, because this is the end of season 2 of Jesters of Ravenloft.
Yay!
But before we stop, elsewhere in this domain, New Rogue, you find yourself trapped in a cramped, painful box, unable to escape, with a portal before your very eyes that shows Guy Bradford being hugged by Tyler, being welcomed back. You've watched all of these discussions of your friends as they say mean things about Ezra and gain boons. And as an invisible Pope Watefin injures them anytime they say positive things about Ezra. And you hear a voice outside the box say, "Hee-haw, so good to be here with you. We're bringing in new people now. Anytime they say a nice thing about Ezra, I'm going to torture them to death. All for you. And every time you pray, I kill another one of them. One of them you really like. And you get to watch through the portals. But do you know what's best of all? Ain't none of them asked where you are. Hee-haw. I hope you enjoy the reunion with the you they really liked. Because right now everybody's going to be cursing Ezra and forgetting you." And you realize, New Rogue, as you are trapped in the dark, that for the first time in your brief life, you cannot feel the power of Ezra or the presence of Ezra at all.
Watefin!
And that's the end of the season.
Wow.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jester's adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, Jahzzar, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, The Gator Family, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Dan the Welshman, Afflicto Gaming, Aiden, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.